Agenda West Side Beer.
Welcome to an episode of Into the West Comics. My name is Frank. Hi. Hot Dog Corn Dog Paul's here.
Hi. I'm in the third different seat for the third different week in a row. Whipping me around this place.
Playing musical
Anyways,
seats.
hi. Hello. Musical Seats. That's the game I played when I was a kid.
I like your hair tonight.
Yeah, I know. It looks like hair.
Nailed it. Guys, welcome in.
Yeah, it looks like I have like a toupee on. I don't know what
The Uncle Nephew
13.
Shane is here.
It's real.
Look like you're 13.
Shane, show him your hair.
Looks good.
Hey!
Handsome.
Morning.
More than most, less than some.
Peep the hat. Come on, baby.
Yeah,
Get
baby.
about my hair.
That's a nice one.
Thank you, my friend.
And brother
see you.
Marcus is here.
Hi.
What a cutie. Look at that.
Good evening, everyone.
What a smile. I wish I had a decent smile. You suck.
Your smile is enchanting as well. Are you
Oh,
kidding me?
whoa.
So
Enchanting.
ugly.
Maybe we shouldn't have sat these two next to each other.
Maybe not.
Look at that. Nobody likes that.
Should have put Shane back over in the lounge by himself. Be careful.
You can see my top row of teeth.
It's a hot ticket. Guys,
I don't know. What just happened,
listen, I missed you guys.
We missed you.
I was over there in Mexico.
You really missed Philip Kennedy Johnson.
I really missed Philip
That's
Kennedy
right.
Johnson. Again, we want to say thank you and a shout out to PKJ
Yeah, man.
for hanging out last week. It was awesome to watch. I watched the whole thing over there and
Riveted.
yeah, it was cool. You guys did a great job. It was really fun. That was
Thank
really
you.
fun to watch.
Thanks.
Very
Tom.
cool.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Frank.
And we're going to talk a little bit about his book that came out this week.
Yep.
And we're going to get into that. We're going to ask that eternal question: is it ever okay to make fun of somebody for their bird blindness? Let's jump right into it. We just watched the latest episode of Peacemaker. This has been a fun season thus far. And I want to get your guys' thoughts on the episode tonight. A little shorter episode than what we're used to, I think. But what did you think overall of the episode, Paul? We just watched.
I liked it a lot. I didn't like it as much as episode 2, but I liked it more than episode 1. We were talking about it a little bit before the show, but episode 1, there was a little, like, the kind of sexual stuff going on in it was like a little gratuitous, and it wasn't funny, and it felt like I don't know if we really needed that much of this. And I think that's why I liked the first episode, but I was also like, okay. But this episode was a lot of fun. It was a quicker episode, but it felt like a complete episode. It didn't feel like we left anything on the table that didn't make sense for the episode. It was funny. What's his name? Tim Meadows is hilarious.
Great.
The nicknames he gives, the way he like delivers all of his lines is so funny, and he's the highlight of the show in a show that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too. It's funny. It's got a good amount of heart.
Mhm.
You mentioned the gratuitous sex stuff
Yeah,
going on.
it seems like it's really driving somewhere narratively too. Like the story is going somewhere, especially with, and they did some really fun stuff with a character I fully did not expect them to bring back
Sure.
in this episode.
Shane.
The guy who plays Colonel Flagg Jr. He makes an appearance.
Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah, Joel Kinnaman.
yeah.
He makes an appearance in this episode, and I thought his dealings are very funny. If you haven't seen the episode yet, just because it just came
Trips
out,
over the trash can.
bro. I mean, it's just an amazing multiverse type of thing with him still being alive in it, and Chris's reaction to him being alive. Everything that Chris does in this episode, a lot of it takes place in this different universe. So just him trying to navigate his way through that, I thought was absolutely amazing. And once again, Tim Meadows just kills it in this episode the same way he did in episode 2. But he had more to do in episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
But it's absolutely killing it. I think. Wait, Marcus, you saw the first episode?
I saw the first 2.
Okay, you did see the first 2.
I did.
You weren't high up on the first episode.
But what about the second
no.
episode?
What about the second episode?
Second episode, I wasn't exactly sure if it moved the story even any further than the first, really. I guess my issue was pacing, because like the first episode, the first 20 minutes of it was just recap, which
Right.
Sure.
I don't think we really need that in a streaming show. I mean, maybe if they had it like as a special spot before they premiered the season.
Can I tell you why I think they did it?
Why?
Because of the universe change. Because they wanted to,
Some
many
of the
people
retcon.
had been asking so many questions about where this sits, what is canon, what
Right.
isn't. And I think they handled that. I do agree it was a lot of it,
Right.
but I think their explanations and retcons and what is and what isn't canon was necessary to a certain extent, and they did as good a job as they could with it, I thought.
Right. So maybe that's what they did, and if so, that makes sense then. But yeah, that kind of threw me a little bit, because here you have like almost an hour long episode, and that was a good 15-20 minutes right there. And it didn't really it gave you a recap, but it didn't set up.
Didn't feel like a new episode to you.
Right. It didn't feel like a new episode. And then, like you said, with the sex stuff, I was kind of like,
That was a little over the top.
I was like, yeah, like, and again, I echo your same thing. It wasn't funny. I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be funny, like it was supposed to be like a random thing. I was just like, why? It didn't
Didn't move you.
Yeah,
He's not
it
partaking.
didn't, it didn't have anything to do with the story, I guess. It was just a random
just crazy.
scene. It was just like, you could tell he was just in the room by himself writing, oh, I'm gonna put a sex scene in here.
I did feel like that a little bit.
And it was just like, really? Like, all right. So it didn't really do anything for me. But once it got moving, okay, we're dealing with the whole pocket dimension stuff. I thought we were going to be done with all that, but apparently not. And then we go into the second episode, where we still have a little bit of the remnants of the orgy going on, and then
I thought it worked better then, more than
It definitely worked better in the
I
second
think
episode.
I think the thing that I'm still kind of on the fence with this season, because I still enjoyed season 1 way more so far. I haven't seen the third episode yet.
Third one's good.
I was going to say, I think you're
but
probably going to like it.
okay.
Yeah.
But I think what got me was the whole interview, the job interview
Yeah.
sort of thing. That was
fun.
probably the highlight for me on the second episode. So we'll
Was
see
that the
where
second episode?
we'll see where it goes.
The interview was
Yeah.
the first episode.
Yeah, that was the first episode.
Oh, was it the first?
Yeah.
That the microphone doesn't work.
Yeah.
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 Bird blindness and
Bird blindness.
Jeez,
was
no.
second.
In
He almost
Nick
killed
is
titties.
here. Nick is here in the chat. Tanya Carol's here in the chat. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Quan59 is here in the chat. Shout out to Quan. Nick is asking us, he made the comment, I wish they kept the intro song from the first season. I'm not really digging it. It's kind of growing on me, though, isn't it? I mean,
I'm glad it changed because I think it would have been a little...
That it separates.
Yeah, it separates. It shows some separation from the first season, and it's different.
It's very different.
It's different, and I think each season should go that path. I think
it was odd for me the first time watching their blocky movements and listening to the song, but it's growing on me. Same as we watched the third episode today. And I was listening. I was on my way here when they started the third episode, so I was just listening to the song in my car on the way here. I was listening to the episode. I was watching the episode as I drove here, and
perfect,
right?
But I was listening to the song. I was like, "Well, this is some song. Like it really is. It really is a good song."
You're steering with your foot.
Yeah,
I do think a little bit what is missing is something that we can't get back. It's the novelty of it the first time, which I think that's most of it. I think the dance is just as fun and the song is probably just as silly.
Right.
But I think it's the novelty of it. But I think I do agree with Marcus. I don't like it as much as I've liked the first season so far, but I do like it a great deal. And I think, like I said, episode 2 and 3 together I really enjoyed them, and I thoroughly enjoyed them. And I think the second episode for me was a riot. It was so funny, and the plot moved just enough for me. And then this episode, the plot really moved, and it was pretty funny, and everything kind of worked. Everything that happened for a reason. Everything feels like it's kind of leading somewhere where it might end up. I almost feel like it's going to be a little predictable what happens, but not how it happens.
How many episodes is it?
8.
And they said that all the media people are not going to get access to 6, 7, and 8 because they said there's some pretty big spoilers, ramifications for what's happening down the line. So they're not letting people watch those 3 episodes.
Well, that's cool.
Okay. That is cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. Because, there's too much clickbaity rumor stuff going on. We need a little break from that anyway, just to kind of
Nowadays,
allow
everything
us.
Gets told to you before you get to a theater or you even turn a show on. You get told everything.
Right. And it's time out for that because it's actually, I think that's taking away from the movie and TV watching experience in general.
Knowing too much. Captain America being the cardinal sin of
that was that's textbook. That was like a textbook example.
Yeah,
why
I agree.
We shouldn't be,
They did a pretty good job. I mean, maybe it's a testament to what DC is doing. They did a pretty good job of not revealing the Ultraman thing. Like people who read comics knew, but people who don't. And even then, it was like, well, it might be him. It might be Bizarro. It might be this. And we didn't know until we saw the movie, whether you were compelled by it or not, that it was a straight up clone of him. And then, so I feel like that group is doing a pretty good job of not giving away too much, unlike Marvel, which seems to release 75% of their movie in the week lead up before it comes out.
Right. So with 8 episodes, I think, I would say that probably the pacing, based on just seeing the first 2, then the pacing is probably about right. If it was like any less than that, then I'd be like, ooh, we need to pick it up a little bit,
Yeah.
But you guys said you liked the first season. I think I like this season just as much as the first season. As far
already,
as
I won't fight you on that. Yeah.
I think it's on par. I think the characters and the development of these characters and where they're at in their lives and things like that, I think is moving pretty well. Considering.
Yeah.
And I think I also need to kind of just get, I don't know how to say, get reacclimated to it because it's been so long, because that was, when did the first season come out? It's been, 3 years?
COVID? No, a little bit after that.
I think after that.
I think it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, like 2,
maybe 3 years ago.
I mean, a whole lot of life has happened.
Sure.
Cinematically, TV show
2022, so 3 years ago.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Like like January, something like that. I think it's like January or
February.
Okay, yeah. See, that's so that kind of
so like
wipe some
3.5
cobwebs.
years, really.
You gotta kind of dust the cobwebs off because we've been so away from him for so long, and they haven't really released anything comics wise since.
Well,
Kyle
I mean,
Stark's
he's kind of the
thing.
one of the main antagonists of Absolute Superman, and he was one of the main antagonists of Absolute Power. But other than that, yeah, he hasn't been in too much.
Right.
Love the soundtrack. Whenever they play a tune in that show.
The
Oh,
song
music
at the
choices
end
are
was a
great.
banger. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got some news, again, DC related this week. And I'm going to ask you guys a question, switching gears a little bit. Is this really going to happen? Are we really going to get the Superman sequel before we get the Batman 2? Because that's what it seems like with the way the calendar is unfolded. 2027, we're going to get the last of the Spider-Verse films. At the end of 2027, we're going to get Avengers Secret Wars. In October of 2027, we're going to get the Batman 2, Matt Reeves Batman sequel. And then I think it's July 9th, 2027, we're getting, James Gunn announced it, I think it was yesterday, the day before, that we're going to get Superman Man of Tomorrow. That is going to be, what is that, based on the Birthright story? Is that what
Did they say that?
I don't know.
Um,
I'm asking. I don't know.
I don't know where they're going to pull from. You know what I really did like about the announcement? I have never in my whole ever seen a film studio adapting a comic book, and instead of taking like photos or going and doing like a photo shoot with their characters, the way they promoted the film was they had Jim Lee and I think Mitch Gerads and a couple of other people draw art of David Cornsweet and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor in the power suit, and use that art to promote the movie. Like if you go look at anything about that movie right now, it's all specifically curated art for this announcement, and I think that's really cool.
That is cool.
And it tells you how much they actually care about the comics.
Right.
And where this thing comes from and what it's about. I almost feel like the movie might be more Superman Brainiac, and the one element they bring in is maybe Lex and Superman still have beef, but they have to team up and fight Brainiac maybe. For a little bit to save the planet, which that is, of all the reasons Superman and Clark might end up being, Superman and Lex might be like unlikely allies, is like, well, we kind of have to, or I'm going to die for sure, Lex and Superman. But he did say, Gunn said it was not going to be a straight up Superman sequel, but it's going to be a Superman-centric movie with a Superman family-esque type thing around it. So I think Supergirl will probably play a big part, whatever characters they introduce in between. There's people saying they think Aaron Pierre will probably, Jon Stewart will probably be a big part of it. It seems like it is going to be a big threat to the world, and that sounds like Brainiac to me.
Interesting. Well, hopefully it still remains a Superman movie.
Yeah, I know that. I know especially Marcus was kind of upset with the first one not being as Superman heavy as one would like.
Right.
So I'm hoping that James Gunn doesn't just automatically think that we're all Supermaned out and he needs to start throwing as many characters as he possibly can at this. But sounds cool.
Yeah, sounds cool. We'll see how it shapes up. I mean, yeah, hopefully, he's received some constructive feedback, good, bad, or indifferent, moving forward, and he tailors this script accordingly to kind of, address those concerns that he deems legitimate. Hopefully that's one of them.
Right.
That, hey, if it's a Superman movie, Superman kind of has to be the number one person that
he did
I
say
care
that.
about.
He did say he's going to be the main character, but it's not just going to be about
kicking
him.
butt,
Yeah.
Right.
Kicking
right.
not just being in it, but kicking butt.
Yeah. Not Superman, but he's like the third
Up top.
biggest character.
Good job, bro.
But and it's nice that we're getting a quick turnaround. We don't have to wait 3-4 years for the next thing in
That's the best part.
what he's calling the Superman
true.
saga. It'll be out in 2 years.
Superman came out 2 months ago, and
hard to believe.
they're already fast tracking a sequel. Is kind of cool.
It is.
that it's
It
happening
is.
that fast. So
Yeah.
I mean, how much time was between Deadpool 2 and Deadpool and Wolverine?
I don't know.
How about, like,
15
40
years.
years.
It's been like
was a
they take
minute.
a million years
Yeah.
between these sequels. Batman Part 2 is another example.
80
years. 80
So it's
years.
nice to have a quick turnaround on something.
No, that's true. I think that also if you're looking at how they built out, and I know that they're not copying what the MCU is doing. I'm not saying that,
Right.
but if you look at how they build that stuff out, there were 2 Iron Man films
Mhm.
before there was an Avengers film.
Mm-hmm.
There were multiple other standalone films. There's going to be a Supergirl film. We're going to get a Clayface movie.
Mhm.
We're going to be getting some other stuff in between by the time we get to Superman. That's one of the movies, if they want to follow that model, Paul, that if they want to have 2 films a year, that there could be another project, whether it be, it's going to be the Batman sequel, I guess, is the other
Right.
Warner project. So I don't really have any issue with it, but like we're saying, like it's been mentioned with these guys is, you want to still make sure that is Superman forward.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
is one of the things, and that hopefully that is one of the points of focus, I guess, when they're developing this and sort of bringing it together. I trust what James Gunn's doing. I have faith, and I'm very optimistic in what's happening with the universe and being like the way it's being built out. I'm really interested in Supergirl next year
Yeah, I think it could be
because that
awesome.
source material is really cool. If that's if they're hopefully staying true to that source.
True to
material.
that, and then sprinkle a little Lobo in could make it even
That'd be
cooler.
dope.
Sure.
I saw some posts from fairly reputable, like actual people in the industry Shane, that the assembly cut of Supergirl, which is where they just line up all the scenes and look at them together, was really well received,
Oh, okay.
which is good. And the stills from the set of Clayface looked really good. His prosthetics, you saw clear, like a little snapshot of his prosthetics on his face. Looks like they get what's going on with that character. I think that's going to be really cool. And now the thing that Frank and Quan and I were talking a little bit before we started Peacemaker was there's a bunch of screenshots of like the Gotham police car and the city layout, and it's different from the layout in the Batman, and the logo is as well. But that's one of those things like, I do think it's going to be a different Batman, but if it's not, like at this point, I don't care. I think either one can work, but the shape of the city being different and the emblem on the police car being different does not mean that confirmed they're not going to be together. I think that's just like, it's one of those things. Yeah, it's a different map in the first movie than
We
in
don't
this
know
movie.
yet.
It doesn't
Could be a
mean
different
anything.
borough,
right?
different.
Like
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
People can change logos all the time. We don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
But
how
lots
something
of
looks.
they've got a good amount of stuff coming, but not way too much.
Yeah, I don't want to see 5 series and 3 films and everything every year. I like the way that they were kind of slow playing this.
But it makes you wonder how much fan service they are going to actually consider, because, I mean, did we anticipate Mr. Terrific being so popular from the Superman movie?
Certainly.
I did.
We did not.
No.
I don't
I
think
didn't.
so.
I thought he'd be
No.
cool, but
Yeah.
not still
They
the
made
show,
him-
the
but
way that he did.
Right. So
But-
I'm kind of wondering now, okay, now that we know that there's projects in the works for him, like, where's that going to fit in?
But I'm glad that that's being kind of slowed down a little bit. It's
Right.
that they're leaning into or putting more focus on a Superman sequel
Right.
versus a Jimmy Olsen anthology series. Not that I don't want to see
But
it
yeah,
and wouldn't be
like-
excited about it. I think it would be cool
Yeah.
to have that kind of thing set up to where he's narrating or actually involved in the scenes of the series, or a Mr. Terrific based series. I think it would be really fun.
Yeah.
I think that it's cool for you to spend this time to establish Superman as a character
Yes.
and establish this universe, and then you're making people understand that he is going to be a focal point.
Right.
And whatever your feelings were, good, bad, or indifferent, about the Superman movie, Corn Sweat was a really good Superman.
Yeah, he was great. He was fantastic.
He was really good. So I mean, that part of it at least is is a very believable aspect, and I think that I'm excited for what's going to be happening going forward. And I mean, you guys know I'm not really a big horror fan, but I'm really excited to see what they do with Clayface. He's a really cool character, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. It would be a shame if they, didn't, I don't want to say capitalize, but if they didn't do something to kind of keep the momentum going with Mr. Terrific or any of the characters that have been introduced that people are starting to take a shine to, whether it be Guy Gardner. But Guy Gardner we're going to see him again. We already know
he's
that.
going to be in Lanterns. And we
Right.
already saw him again, technically.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
absolutely. Yeah. So,
Saw Mr. Terrific again, too.
did we?
Yeah,
Like a
he's at the beginning of
silhouette type
Peacemaker.
thing. Yeah, he was in there.
Oh, okay. Was that in episode 3?
No, it was in
That was the
episode
first
1.
episode.
Was it the
The big flashback you didn't like.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, probably, yeah.
And Hawk Girl.
But
Yeah.
so they have a bunch of they have the projects
She's just
are
a stand-in. She's a stand-in. It's a little stick figure.
are creator driven. Like the Clayface, the guy who wrote it, and I think he's directing it. I could be wrong. Mike Flanagan, he wrote and directed Life of Chuck this year. He wrote and directed Midnight Mass and The Haunting of Hill House and Bly Manor on Netflix. He did the Shining sequel, Doctor Sleep. He's done a bunch of really acclaimed horror stuff. And so they got him to do the stuff for Clayface.
You play to your strength.
Right.
Right.
They're getting top incredible creators to play to their strengths, like Frank said.
Yeah.
And that's better than going, which seems like Marvel does sometimes. Let's just get Chloe Zhao to direct a superhero movie because the last movie she directed won Best Picture. Yeah, it was a drama that took place in like the country, but yeah, let's get her to direct a superhero movie.
And everything coming out of that movie sounded like they just gave her a blank check
Yeah.
for Eternals. They're like, what do you want the budget to be? Could be whatever you want. Just like
Here.
we might not know the final budget of the Eternals. It might just be open ended. They might still be paying for it. We don't know.
That's why the fees are going up in streaming.
Maybe.
You know what?
Still writing checks for like fake boulders right now. Just going, is this never again?
Well, they sold all the outfits to Sinners for Blade that they had made, so they covered that check.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oof.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's
because
what
I
probably
guess
got cleaned
Coogler
out.
has the relationship with Marvel and said, well, since you guys aren't making this, can I just like buy these
Yeah.
cheap off you and use them for my movie? And they were like, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, wow.
So all those
Off
in
the
a
rack.
different universe, we're watching a Blade movie that has all those same outfits that were
Yeah.
in Sinners.
Off the rack.
Think about that potential
Name a serum.
if they had made an era based Blade movie.
Incredible.
That would have been pretty crazy.
Huh.
That would have been pretty nuts.
What era
A
are we
period
talking about?
piece Blade movie. Like
The 30s,
30s? Yeah, 20s, 30s, 40s.
30s and 40s.
50s.
That would be nuts, dude.
Or even 70s where Blade had an afro.
That would be dope too.
That'd be great.
A name a serum, Jack Turkey.
I need my serum jive turkey.
Yes, right.
Jive turkey.
He needs his serum. Shut your mouth.
Shut-
I'm only talking about Blade. He can dig it.
You suck a pig-headed jive turkey,
Oh,
fool.
boy.
That would be dope.
Whatever. You dig it. You dig it.
Oh, man, you too much.
Oh my word.
That was great.
Hey, Blade. How you doing? How you doing, sister? What you doing tonight?
That would be dope.
It would.
I'd watch that.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Marcus and I'd be the first one in line at the theater. Frank
Just
Apar,
like
why
the
are they so
Blade
excited?
series movies should be him in like
Yeah.
the 20s,
Pre-order.
30s. Then him in like World War II era.
Oh,
then
yeah,
him in
that
the
would be
70s. And the fourth film can be him. Skip the 90s because we already got Wesley Snipes. Go all the way to the 2000s.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
not 70s Blade?
No, I said 70s.
Oh,
Blade.
did you? I thought
Yeah.
you didn't want
No.
to.
Get Matt
Why would I not
Shakeman to
want-
do the 70s.
After that pitch, how can I say
Oh.
no?
I'm listening.
Yeah, just have Matt Shakeman do 70s instead of 60s retro and hey, go with it, you know.
That'd be pretty interesting. Speaking of Blade, I mean, I don't want to bum anybody out, but
Yeah.
I mean, are we ever going to see a Blade movie?
No.
So
I mean, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be the iteration that they've been
so
promising,
fast.
but
No.
I'm confident that we will, but
Man.
I think there's more to that. I don't know if it's
I think they have so many other things on their priority list. that they
I don't know, or maybe it could be one of those things where it's like I doubt it, but I kind of think like maybe there's some property IP issues. Maybe they don't want to pay somebody, or
Or is it that? Or could it be that the the failing of it this last time around has put a bad taste in everyone's mouth. Now nobody kind of wants to touch it.
Something.
Well, the most confusing part about it is there's like 14 vampire movies a year.
Yeah.
Sure.
All you
Yeah.
have to do is write one of those, but add a character with the sword who cuts them in half.
super
and it's
powerful.
like, bro, you're good.
They're good.
I think that's what bothers people more so, though, Paul, is that they
Just the
have
simplest plot.
multiple series and
Right.
a different random film about a vampire or just a monster movie in general. They
Right.
can have all these things done like regularly throughout the year, multiple series, multiple films on all different production companies, but that Marvel can't figure out how
Not
to
this
make a Blade movie.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, not
It's so weird.
It's strange.
like Thunderbolts was fantastic, but it was 5 random characters from different movies thrown in with different motivations, and they fight a high concept, abstract void that sucks them into nothingness at the end. And they wrote that
Got it
movie,
done.
but you can't write the movie about the dude who kills vampires.
Yeah.
I don't know.
that seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, seems much more straightforward than a movie like Thunderbolts.
Did Mahershala Ali want? I mean, he didn't want a ton of money. That did he?
Well, I'm sure he didn't.
Like, how much money do you think he wanted to?
I
to
would be.
Blade?
I
I don't
bet you
think
he
it was
was
about the
getting.
money, though. I mean,
I know,
it's just
like-
about let's make this. When they had him come out on stage, that was 2019
Oh,
at
Jesus.
San Diego Comic Con. They had him walk out on stage, and he had the hat with the Blade logo.
That was 2019. That's crazy.
It might have been before that. I think it was
No,
2019.
I
I think it was
don't think it was
2019.
Maybe
Right.
COVID just
That's
destroyed
crazy.
the idea. Like maybe COVID,
I
like
guess,
they're just like,
but
all right, never
like-
mind.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
mean, why not reignite the series or the character of the movie that saved you? Because
Right.
because Wesley Snipes' Blade, that saved Marvel. That's one of the movies that saved
Yeah.
Marvel. So why not, bring it back?
Put everything you got into it.
Put
yeah.
everything you got into it. It doesn't have to be necessarily Wesley. He could maybe show up in a cameo, do whatever, but get a good Blade. I'm assuming Mahershala would be a good one, and then just write a script. Like there's something else that we're not being told. I think.
Well, here's
July 20th,
it just
2019.
seems too,
there you go.
it just seems too simple.
Here's
to
my
be
theory.
Something, not
to be something they
not-
cannot do.
Let me
Right.
They
pitch
seem
you
to
guys
not
my
be able to
theory.
do it.
Right.
I think they got Mahershala Ali involved. They signed some kind of, okay, we're going to do this paperwork, but not with a lot of specifics. And then, not that he shouldn't get it, but Ali wanted producer credit or an
X
executive
amount of
producer
money or
credit.
something.
No
And
big
Marvel
deal.
didn't want to give him that.
What?
Or something vice versa.
Right.
They wanted him to do something and he didn't want to do it. Because I know there was a red carpet recently for something of his that was coming out. They asked him about Blade. It was the first time I've ever seen him straight up be like, I don't want to talk about that.
Wow.
That might not have been his exact verbiage, but it was
But
something
yeah,
like that.
he
Like he
was
was
like,
like, I mean, I don't really have anything to say about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it may be just it may be just bad business. There might be some clashing with with the business part.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you guys another unanswered question that we don't have a resolution to. Do you think they're ever going to resolve the secret invasion thing?
No.
Now,
They're never going to go back to that?
No. Now,
No. it would take some. It would take. I don't know.
What secret invasion thing are you talking about?
Did you see Secret Invasion?
which one?
I mean, unfortunately, yeah. I don't know how much. The chick with
The
About all the
the
power?
abduction and all this stuff, and the where's Scrody and where's the real all that stuff.
They
I
don't
forgot.
want it.
I
Listen,
dumped
No?
all
They
of
don't
that
want
out
it.
of
Here's
my
the
brain.
ball. They're like,
Frank.
whoa,
You
I
purged
follow
it
that
from
one.
your memory
No.
bank.
I don't.
Yeah.
I remember when she started
No, they're not doing it.
doing whatever her thing was, and then I was like,
Right.
all
She's the most powerful
Okay.
being, and
Yeah, right now
In-
Kevin
in
Feige,
history.
he's doing a Loki. He's cutting off time strands. He's like, nope, that didn't
Yeah,
work out.
you might be
Boop,
right.
that didn't work out. Boop, we're gonna
Like,
get rid
I
of
don't
that.
think they
Boop,
go
with the
back
hedge
to,
clippers. Yeah, you
um,
got the hedge clippers.
we will see
They don't touch on the Eternal stuff.
Wesley
either.
Oh,
Snipes
no,
Blade
that's way
again
dead.
before we see a new iteration of Blade. Wesley Snipes Blade will be in the background at a minimum of Doomsday or Secret Wars.
Oh yeah, for a couple
Well,
scenes.
yeah.
He'll be
I would
like
hope.
trying to ice skate uphill or something.
Yeah,
Maybe.
really,
I hope.
trying to.
But
isolate it.
I mean,
Did
this
you
may
get that
be
reference, Shane?
this may be a stretch, but kind of like
is
with
it?
going along the lines of like something else being lurking in the shadows. It's kind of like with Miles Morales because we know that Sony still has the control over solo Spider-Man movies.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking that's what's preventing Miles Morales from being introduced right now.
Yeah,
because of that.
They confirmed, I think Marvel did. Sony is letting Marvel make Peter Parker solo movies, but they refuse to let them put Miles Morales in everything. In anything, sorry.
Right.
And it's almost like the inverse of what's happening with the Incredible Hulk. Universal still owns the film rights and was like, well, you can put him in the movies, but if you name the movie Incredible Hulk, you owe us money. And so that's why they keep just putting him in things. Where this is Sony is doing the inverse. They're saying, no, we own him, and actually we're not even going to let you use him.
Okay. And see, I'm kind of wondering if that sort of type of thing is what's really going on in the background with Blade.
Did Blade get sold to Fox in the late 90s?
There was no Marvel Studios back then. It was just kind of in partnership. You know, we licensed the character out for this studio to do a Blade movie. We didn't have Marvel Studios.
So like you have to get for a mashup type of film, you'd have to get permission from two other film companies that aren't yours to make Spider-Man and the Incredible Hulk. Would you have to do that, or they just give you permission? Because it's something that's built into Sony's deal, is that they have to have a Spider-Man film not even completed for production. They have to have a Spider-Man film in production. I think it's every 4 years, or they lose the rights.
Oh wow!
So all it has to be is in production. It can get delayed.
Oh wow!
It just has to be in production every 4 years, or they have to give the rights back to Marvel Studios. Something like that.
So I wonder if maybe but Blade, the late 90s, early 2000s, was produced by New Line Cinema, which is Warner Brothers.
Oh.
And I wonder if Warner Brothers still owns some of those rights, but I don't know. Do they own the character or that movie? Because, there's weird stuff like the Marvel, and this is a product of them selling off all their stuff in the late 90s.
Right.
All the Marvel movie versions of the character, Hawkeye, like Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye, Sebastian Stan's Winter Soldier. If you go to Disneyland, you will see those versions of the characters. But if you go to Universal Studios, you will see a comic accurate, like Incredible Hulk costume because they sold the theme park rights to those characters to Universal in the late 90s.
Jesus.
And so if you if you go to like Universal Studios in Orlando, there's going to be a bunch of Marvel's characters running around, but it's going to look like OG comic Thor and stuff.
They look like the drawn characters.
So I wonder if something similar is going on with Blade. Like maybe New Line kind of still owns some of it, but it feels like we would have heard about that.
Right.
Like we do with
that
like the
would've come
Hulk
out.
and we do with like Spider-Man. So I don't know.
Because I mean, it's kind of along those lines. Because I mean, there was that deleted scene too that was debuted. I think it's been years now, but like where it was suggesting that like at the end of the first Blade movie, where he looks off into the distance and he sees like who's supposed to be Morbius, and that was supposed to be kind of a continuation that we never saw, but. It feels like there's something else there that's kind of holding, whether it be legally or property rights.
It's possible.
Kind of like with X-Men, that we're not quite hearing about.
They can't wait.
In addition to
The MCU can't wait. Marvel Studios can't wait to make an X-Men stuff to start going in that direction.
Well, what's his name is doing it?
Desperately need
Jake
to.
Schreier, Thunderbolts guy. He's doing the X-Men movie, which
Okay.
is great.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'd like to see like a
Question is, what characters are there?
okay, well,
Think I'll
real quick, who would your X-Men team be?
Oh,
Who would you
man.
like to be
Ooh.
your
I'd go
X-Men team
to
for
the
a while?
beginning. I really would
All
start
the
from
way
the
back?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Iceman, normal beast.
You offended him.
Absolutely.
Normal beast? What does that mean?
I mean, no hair, no blue hair beast.
he
Just
looks like
regular,
Ben
a regular
Grimm,
man.
a hairy Ben Grimm before he was
Sure.
a rock band.
Like for once in your lives, do this correctly, the way that the fans of X-Men would want it. If you're not going to do that, then do very first, like
Jean Grey with the dishwasher.
yeah,
gloves.
with the dishwasher, yellow
Marvel
gloves,
Marvel Girl.
and Banshee, and perhaps Thunderbird, even if you want to get nuts. At least
That's
have them in
cool.
the first 10
Want to get
minutes.
nuts?
Yeah.
If you want to get nuts.
Let's get nuts.
Thunderbird.
Shout out Michael Keaton.
Like that. You know what I mean? Like start from the very beginning. Just don't start throwing random characters into this and just calling it X-Men.
I almost want a
This one's
Cyclops.
for you, Marv.
I agree with what you're about to say.
I almost would want a solo Cyclops film or
Ooh,
series
sure.
because it sounds like we're going to be getting his first solo series in the comics in the next few months. It's been a
First?
while.
Oh, I was gonna say
It's first in a while, and I think that building him up as the leader, being able to focus on that for a while, that would be kind of neat for you to build the team. I don't know
I
if they
agree
go
with
that
you.
route, but
I don't think it needs to be a solo Cyclops film, but I think he should be the unequivocal leader of whatever team version of
Absolutely.
X-Men
Sure.
they put forward.
It almost sounds like you might have something there. Like that could be a good 10-year plan where you give like some of the 4 prominent characters like their own solo, and then they ultimately,
Sure.
That'd
be good.
come together in a team movie. So you got a solo Cyclops, you got a solo Wolverine.
I don't
you got
trust them to do that quickly.
Right? No, not quickly. No, it's
Or at
not gonna
least,
be.
yeah.
Yeah,
At least
a solo Storm, a solo, whoever could be the 4th. It could be Jean Grey or someone.
So-
and then come together, and then
I mean,
come to me, my X-Men.
If you don't make the movies like ridiculously long, or you might even do Professor X, even that would be nice. And as long as you don't make these movies, 2.5 hours long, like just try to make it, an hour and a half long, trying to get it concise, and then they have their solo movie.
But they're trying to do this Doomsday thing, so they kind of wrap up that stuff with the old legacy type actors, so that they can start that over.
a normal beast. That's great.
Normal beast.
And get a normal beast for once.
pre-blue beast.
I just
Which
wanted
was-
to,
Pre-blue.
Which was my nickname back in high school.
Pre-blue beast.
I wanted to give an update.
Normal beast.
Nick said in the chat he thought that Sony said they could have Miles after the Spider-Verse, but then Nick commented again and said he found it, and Feige said, we've been told to stay away from Miles Morales.
Right. So there's some legal stuff. And the fact that they're delaying the new Spider-Verse movie, why are they delaying it? So I think somebody's playing some games there.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe they want to hold up so they can have another, because they want to make more. Sony Animation wants to do more animated stuff,
Right.
so maybe they're trying to build that out.
Well, they
find
got
their
a
own live action thing.
live action Spider-Man Noir coming out, right?
Yeah,
I
Nicolas
think
Cage.
that's early. I think it's March.
It's like
2026.
4 episodes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Spider-Man Noir. Peach. I could eat a peach for hours,
Weird Nicolas Cage. Noir.
Peach. I could eat a peach.
I'm going to steal the Declaration
What'd you call
of
me?
Independence.
Nicolas Cage.
Face Off was great. I enjoyed that movie so much.
Clearly, you're a big fan. I can tell.
I just, yeah.
Shout out John Travolta.
Yeah, it was just hard to. It was hard to. He wasn't as believable as a hardened FBI agent, but I still give it a
I
pass.
still like it.
He's like, Panaman, go! Are you serious? Because he has that little weird, like almost like sort of beta male sort of voice. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm an FBI agent. Freeze. No, that doesn't work.
You're like, ugh.
Oh yeah. That's
In
not
the
very
coming
macho.
weeks and months, that was great. In the coming weeks and months, we're gonna get into the event that's taking place in DC Comics, DCKO.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna be trying to set up some brackets in some way, and we'll do little breakdowns of the regions and whatever else that they've got. 32 heroes from the DC universe are gonna be competing within this event. I'm not assuming that these are all of the 1 seeds, but
oh man, we got
Yeah.
do we have the grid? What is that?
Let me see this.
Uh-oh.
This is
No
one of the
spoilers.
previews in the back of a comic I'm going to talk about a little bit later. but
Ooh,
Hey,
yeah,
Dark
Mine's a glare,
side.
but
yeah.
fix it.
I'm just,
Oh man.
hold on, that's not even the page I want.
Bend
you
it
say?
down. Bend it down.
Take it out,
There
yeah,
you
so
go.
Oh, wait,
yeah,
that's
so it's
the
not glaring.
Batman stuff. Whoops.
Oh, dang
Stand
it,
by,
Paul.
stand by. Nobody panic. Nobody
it's okay.
panic.
While he's
Hey,
doing
Frank,
that,
Frank,
yes,
are
sir.
you gonna get the
Oh, there we go.
action?
That's what I was
Are you gonna get the action figure variant with like the action figure Dark Side? Like that covers on.
Oh,
FOC.
maybe.
It covers on FOC, and I wanted someone else to get it along with me, so I wouldn't be the only one.
I may have.
Oh, really?
I may have FOC'd quite I might have gone a little FOC.
Oh,
FOC.
I might have gone a little out of my mind on the FOC.
But you got Spider-Man with gauntlets with like miniature suns in them for the thing. Quan won't show it because he's bullying me.
All right.
But
All right, yeah, perfect.
yeah,
Gauntlets.
it's gonna be
man.
dope. It's Javi Fernandez from Batman and Robin with Philip K. What did I do? Oh well.
But
We all
Act
know.
surprised. I have two other ones.
what was funny to me is that they did the FOC last weekend for the blind bags for the DCKO event.
Mm-hmm.
But the FOC for the actual DCKO is this week
Right.
for the first first part of it's a 4-part
Nine bags.
series, I think.
Yeah.
Are there tie-ins?
A lot of them are.
There's tie-ins,
they're starting
too.
to do the polybag thing.
But what we're gonna say about the bracket is that there's 2 1 seeds that are announced. Essentially, the Amazonian region is Wonder Woman, and then the Atlantis region is Aquaman. And then we're assuming the other 2 1 seeds are Batman and Superman. That's the assumption.
Batman might not be because you know.
You don't think?
I mean, from
'Cause
a
it's just a
popularity
power
standpoint,
thing?
yeah, but a PowerPoint, I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm very excited for this. I think it's going to be fun. We'll be doing breakdowns and all that stuff as we get closer to the actual brackets being released. We'll have like the whiteboard. We'll do like a breakdown like they do for like tournament and stuff like that when they do March
Yeah, that'll
Madness
be
and all
fun.
those things. And maybe we'll try to set some odds. We aren't in Vegas, so after all, we'll try to set some odds up for who we think could be some sleepers maybe in the tournament. Maybe they're trying to build, again, they're trying to tell a story. Maybe they're trying to build up some of these secondary characters.
Snyder did
know.
say it was just like Death Metals was very Batman, or Metal was very Batman. Death Metals was very Wonder Woman. He said this is going to be more Superman. And the other
wow.
2 events that happened recently, Dark Crisis and Absolute Power, were Nightwing stories. So he'll probably factor in a big way too.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Are you still reading Nightwing?
Yeah, I'm behind on
Dan
Waters
Waters,
and Dexter
yeah.
Soys, but
Yeah.
it's cool.
Okay.
It's not as good as Tom Taylor's, but it's cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah, he's a great writer.
Yeah.
He's killing it. But that was my kind of,
Sometimes you gotta let
interest.
books fall off, and it's like, okay, that's a
Yeah.
nice round run from a writer, and now I
Right.
gotta give the book.
And
a break.
I'm giving Dan Waters his
You guys were
flowers.
talking about the Batman Dark Patterns.
Yes,
right?
yes. So
That's
I'm,
great, yeah.
I'm giving him his flowers in other ways. Dark Patterns.
Hayden Sherman's dope.
He did the Destro series with for GI Joe. Amazing.
Oh, that's
So,
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's still cooking. So I mean, I needed
Dexter
to.
Soy's art is dope too. It's good. It's as good as it can be following a seminal run like
kinda hard
Time of
for-
Taylor's
right.
Nightwing.
Tough
Yeah.
shadow.
Yeah.
Tough shadow.
A lot of people hate, like, there's like a small, like, loud minority on Twitter specifically that like hate Tom Taylor. It's very bizarre to me.
There's something I was going to bring up about one of the books that you're going to be reviewing. It may have been the book that you were
That I
flipping through
accidentally
there.
leaked.
Yeah, there's something I wanted to bring up about that, but we'll get into that
Okay.
when we start to talk about the copper drop in a minute. I was going to mention that D23 was taking place last week, that there are different developments. They announced that there's going to be a Toy Story 5, guys.
Yeah,
Another Toy Story. I didn't know
they
that was
shouldn't do
happening. Paul and I are both very excited for Zootopia 2 that's going to be coming
I
out
like the
later
first
this
one. I think it's
year.
fun.
Oh, I love Zootopia.
Yeah, first one's
It's
great.
Zootopia is lots of fun.
Yeah.
And it sounds like we're taking a break with production and filming with Doomsday, and then they're going to start back up after a few months. That they're
Was the fight that bad?
I don't know.
Why are they making a movie like why are they doing
Taking a break. What?
the script isn't finished, but they film stuff and then
I
they're going
think
to take
they've
a
got
break
it.
and then
Maybe they will take a break because there's constant rewrites.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
this really makes me appreciate Safran and Gunn's model of we will not start making it until the script is done.
Until it's locked in. Yeah.
Why are they in such a rush? If they're saying that that's what they're going to do and they're going to take
Well,
their
because they
time to
picked a
make it
date,
better,
now they
should-
have to meet it.
They should.
Yeah.
And they already delayed it.
Yeah. It's
It's going to
it-
get delayed again.
it's really weird.
Probably.
Like I was very relieved when they announced that this Batman 2 script was locked in and
Finally.
I think Colin Farrell said he read it and it was extraordinary. So I was like, cool,
Yeah.
good. That's all I need to know. I'm good.
Well, and that makes you a little
your
more
thing.
like understanding of like the Batman Part 2 taking so long. Would we have rather them rushed it and started without the
No.
script? Or
No.
now they have a full completed script and now they can just make
First
the best
one was
movie
phenomenal.
possible? Sucks it took 4 years, but you know,
Yeah.
well, going to be 5-6 years when it finally comes
Yeah.
out.
that
you
was
can't-
more my thing. It's just that it was
Yeah.
taking so long.
yeah, you got to chase that first one. What's up? with
Absolutely.
quality. You
Yeah.
can't be doing
Shane
that.
knows. He's got 4 beers open right now. He knows all about the
Agreed.
chase. Shane, why don't you chase down that copper drop intro for us?
All right, let me warm up my vocal cords before we go any
Please.
further.
Do make sure they're nice and wet.
All right, it's time for Copper Drop. After what Marcus just said. What in God's green earth? Everybody get out your books, Snooks. Marcus, please. It's time once again for Copper Drop! That was not even planned. Uffa, Madonna me. We're going to talk about comics right now and all the great new comics that are out right now. I am your judge, jury, and executioner. You ain't got anything going? I'm going to throw you out that door when I ain't even playing. All right, who's going first? Let me see who's first on Copper Drop. Give me that ball. Let's do this, sucker. What you got? And it better be good. Or I'm counting to 10 and it's good night for you.
You couldn't even get over here in 10 seconds.
That is true. It took me all night.
Get your vocal cords wet.
I'm so disturbed by that.
So
That threw me off. Go ahead, Paul.
the first book I'm going to do is the we talked about it a lot last week with Philip Kennedy Johnson, but it's here. Adventures of Superman.
that's right.
Book of L. We got the A cover from Scott Godlewski and the B, or I don't know if it's the B cover from Dan Mora. It's every bit as good as we said it was last week. Great continuation of the story.
Covers.
The art is incredible, and we had to shout it out again this week.
That's right.
And then the second book I have was actually suggested to me by Brandon at Maximum Northwest. I was getting all my books, and he said, "Paul, I know you guys like this kind of stuff, and you're usually into like some of the more prestige stuff, or more like heralded writers and stuff. Do you want to check this out? It's Everything Dead and Dying.
Yes.
The writer is Bromble and art from Phillips and Martin.
Oh, Tate Bromwell, yeah.
Yeah, and it was great. It's like
horror, right?
Yeah,
It
it's a
looks
zombie
terrifying.
book,
That cover is
and
nuts.
it's really great. It's about a man who had a farm, and the world went to hell, and maybe his relationship with the zombies isn't what you would expect in the average zombie film, but maybe some people who show up who do have the kind of intentions to kill the zombies, and he's like, oh, they're going to kill my friends and family who I've managed to still be with despite their zombification. It's really, really good. And it was a number one, so I would highly suggest you go and check it out.
I picked it up. I didn't read it.
Yeah, all my books this week are number ones, which is always awesome when you have a bunch of really good number ones in a week.
Absolutely.
And that leads me into the one I spoiled on accident.
You sucker.
Matt Fraction, Jorge Jimenez, and Temu More's Batman number one. We have been waiting for this for a long, long time. This is the 1 in 25 Andy Kubert
That cover's out of
cover.
control.
That's crazy.
And it was as good as advertised. The Batman book has been in a lull since the end of Zdarsky's first arc. Failsafe was great, and the rest of his run was very all over the place. I had high hopes after The Night was so good, and it just wasn't great. Whatever you want to call what Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee are doing, which also is picking back up.
on a break.
On a break, coming back in September, confusing.
Yeah,
but
this is already starting while that one's finishing up. It's really weird.
Batman number one was fantastic, though. It's its own self-contained story with Killer Croc, and there's this really compelling moment talking about can people change, can they not? Killer Croc says to Batman,
Killer Clark.
like, I'm fixing my head. My head's getting right. Who's helping you get yours right? And Batman says, my head's fine, Croc. And Croc says, yeah, if you say so. And
That's nice.
but it's played as like
That's nice.
maybe Batman has more problems than he's willing to admit mentally. And it was really, really good. Jorge Jimenez, he's been on the Bat book forever, but he's switched up his style a little bit with the colorist Temu More on here. And it just was everything we wanted a new Batman number one to be.
I'll be danged.
All right.
All right,
danged.
Paul.
Yeah.
You did your
I was
thing
wondering.
this week.
And it's a number one in Batman. It's been forever since we've had a number one.
one.
Tom
Batman.
King run was the last number
Yeah,
one?
Rebirth.
Yeah.
Tom King. Snyder back then.
Yeah.
And that's it. This is the fourth.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
crazy.
be danged.
Yeah.
Strong showing, Paul.
All right, I'll take it.
All right. Marquise.
Yeah.
Are you Marquise yet or not yet? One more.
Oh, I'm going to behave.
One more and it'll be
Yeah.
Marquise.
One more. Marquise.
As I kept saying with Sonny, not me. No, I'm not the one. I'm not the one this time.
yeah.
All right, begin. All right. So we're going to start off first with The Adventures of Lumen N. This is by the incredible James Robinson. It's a new
Nice.
series.
Nice cover, man.
If you guys didn't check out Los Monstros, 4-issue miniseries by Dark Horse by James, also, it was phenomenal. It's wrapped up, so it'll be coming out collected pretty soon, I'm sure. But this one is centered around a young girl named Lumen, who's in this Indian village, and you're thrusted right into the story with her just kind of playing around, learning, with her friends, playing hide and seek, and you get the fact that she hasn't seen her father in a while, and she's being cared for, and she's being forced to learn all these different skills, both academic and martial arts, physical wise as well. And so by the end of the story, you get to see why she's being kind of trained up for this.
Right.
But it's the mythos is inspired by Captain Nemo, those early literature stories, and League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I just rewatched that movie.
Yeah, so
nice.
James Robinson does a good job of in a little section at the end, in a little expository section. He kind of explains.
Nice.
Like where he's pulling from in this, and it's phenomenal. It ends on a very action-packed cliffhanger with this little girl Lumen, and we're gonna see exactly as she comes to age what her destiny is. So very cool, very compelling,
Nice.
and look
Sounds
forward
dope.
to see
That's
that.
cool.
And then this one was just dropped in my box. I thought I
Whoa.
was done.
Love
with
it when it gets dropped in my box.
It was like,
What the
I was like, I was done with Distillery because a lot of people know how
Okay.
unhappy I am with their work model as far as their
A lot of people
pricing.
know.
Yeah. And but then Pierce or Ralph or one of those jerks at alternate reality, they decided to go ahead and drop this in, and I loved it. It's called White House Robot Romance. So we have robots who do cooking for the president.
Nixon is president.
Actually, he's not. Yeah, I don't know
I think
why
it's a
that's
painting.
there.
Why is it?
It's a
Okay,
it's a
he's just in
painting.
front of the Nixon.
But you have Service One, who's this robot, and you have Chef
I'm not
Nine,
a crook.
who's a chef. Okay, this robot is a advanced robot who cooks for the president, and this one is he's a Secret Service agent essentially. And they're being they're serviced and continually monitored by two technicians who obviously are developing the technology and whatnot, and they're learning. They're trying to make sure that they get closer and closer to human-like feelings of empathy and things like that, because that will help them do their job more.
Right.
You're a little more empathetic, if you're trying to save the president, if he's threatened.
And then
Things like that.
Watergate happens, and they all vote Republican for 10 years.
So it's actually very interesting. It's about these two robots. There's a lot of action, and there's some very interesting concepts. A lot of very subtle, kind of digs at AI and what might be coming down the line in the real world as well. So very compelling and interesting. So that is definitely something I think everyone should check out. The next issue isn't out until November.
Come on, bro.
Serious.
So that was kind of one of those things that I
Wow.
kind of was like, all right,
Well, he's got a lot of stuff going.
he
so.
does. And
He's doing
finally,
Captain America, yeah?
Mhm.
yes, he's doing Captain America, which so far has been okay. I haven't really,
yeah, sorry.
it still needs we still need to give it a few more issues to kind of see where we're going with it, but it's good. And then finally, this was actually an impulse buy because I had no idea they had finally collected it. This is a hardcover, Once Upon a Time at the End of the World,
Ooh.
by Jason Aaron.
There you
It's
go.
so new, I didn't even open it yet. I literally bought it
Wow.
yesterday when I picked up my books. I haven't read the whole thing. I just read the first arc, which was like the first 5 issues or so, and it was incredible. This was I was reading it around the time that I was transitioning from the old, my job. You can open it if you want.
I'm not gonna.
Looks like it'd be a lot to do. Try to open
Yeah,
it.
we and it's about
I'll
these
open
two young. It was a young man and a young girl, and something. So you had a huge apocalyptic event happen where like the water levels rise, and so the girl found herself able to seek refuge in the sky rise, like in the top floors of a sky rise, because everything's water. Okay, like, and everything is obviously polluted because everything's been kind of able to leach in. So, and she has, a bunch of snacks and stuff. So she has food. And then there's, she has to protect herself against scavengers. So she's rigged all these booby traps in her building. And then there's this boy who's about similar age who's kind of wandering, trying to find some sort of refuge. And they meet up. And it is absolutely fantastic.
Not sure if Paul's going to open it either.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no, yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Gonna get in
Okay.
there.
Please
Doing
do.
his best.
Yes. I have a knife. Yeah.
3 months later.
But yeah, right. But it was the first arc I read. I didn't read the rest because it kind of fell off when I was in transition between leaving the comic book store and starting the new job. And by the time I remembered, it was already so far along that I was like, all right.
You found it.
But I found it. They collected it all. And it's great because each issue ends with kind of like a fast forward to seeing them, what's going on with them as adults. And you're like, oh, crap.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you have some Trad Morris type art. in there.
Wow.
But yeah, Nick Dragotta is on
Yeah,
there
so
with
Nick
art.
Dragotta
Oh, nice.
does art in that.
Look, bro, what are the odds?
He found it in the book first time.
That's great.
But yeah, so you got these teenagers, and then she's kind of hardened, kind of like she's kind of like that Furiosa sort of like Mad Max sort of personality, while he's kind of like I need some help, a little dweeb,
Just like Shane.
And so he kind of wants to follow her, and she's like, no, leave me alone. I want to be by myself. But you follow their journey and some of the stuff that they see like as adults, and you see where they end up. You're just like, wow. So much of the story is about them just kind of your experience in the story is about how they got to where they are. And it is fantastic. And I can't wait to pick it back up. I'm going to have to actually go back and start it from the beginning so I can kind of get it all together, absorbed. But
Well, I'll be
Word.
danged.
He's danged.
Pretty good, Marcus. So far, you and Paul are neck and butt. I won't say who's where.
Thank you for
Nasty
opening
jerks.
it, Paul.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
my God. Oh, my God. I hadn't even looked in here. It's gorgeous.
And now it's time for Frank.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say, first, thanks for that. I just want to say, Ultimate X-Men has been fun to read each and every month it's come out. This is still the only Ultimate series that has been the same artist, same illustrator and writer from the beginning.
Heck yeah.
All the issues have been done by Peach Momoko. And I wanted to show you
Paul says,
one of the
"Gimme."
splash pages in there.
Oh, that's dope.
And then
She's amazing. She is amazing.
She reminds me of Dustin Wayne a little bit.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that's fair.
A very airy kind of paintbrush.
Like dreamlike.
It's
Yeah,
like watercolors. That's what
Yes.
it looks like.
There's
Absolutely.
an inside cover there. So it's the same
Yeah,
on the
watercolors.
cover.
Oh.
Very much watercolors. This is obviously a Japanese artist that has an anime and horror art background. I think the most interesting thing to me is that it feels very innocent to where you could be reading something that is like a younger audience type of book, but it comes across with some very haunting images throughout. And I'm really interested in seeing how they have this. They're going to have this tie-in towards the end of the year, the Ultimate Endgame, that they're going to be tying in the Ultimate series. The Ultimate series that they have, Wolverine, which is obviously the Winter Soldier of this Ultimate universe, the Ultimates themselves, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Black Panther, all of those seem like they could actually interact with each other kind of cohesively. And this doesn't, I don't know, because it's just the art style. I don't know if it's really going to fit for me, Marcus. I think it's going to be kind of a little bit jarring, I think, for them to try to fit this in there. But it sounds like they're going to do it to try to connect all these. And I'd say, I know that I've talked about Ultimate X-Men and the Ultimates and Ultimate Spider-Man. Ultimate Black Panther is a sleeper.
I read a couple issues,
but
of
it's
it. Yeah,
but
it was
it's
good.
really solid.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I have a question for you when you're done with your last book.
Okay. The other thing I was gonna mention here, and you know I've got an abusive relationship. Marvel finds a way to celebrate anything that's like a little milestone.
Yeah.
If you look up here in the corner, where Amazing Spider-Man 975, apparently that's a milestone number.
Yeah, I guess.
And it's worthy of making this book $8.
Wow.
Whoa.
Same as my
Okay.
distillery.
It
That's
is
crazy.
Why?
I'm not sure. The two main stories, stories are both written by Joe Kelly. There is a backup story by Saladin Ahmed, and one of the stories that Joe Kelly writes are the two main stories. One is drawn by Pepe Larraz. One is done by John Romita Jr. And basically, they're talking about this question here that there is another Peter Parker, there is another Spider-Man that is within this universe. It's
That always goes well for Spider-Man arcs.
It's all coming out of this Hellgate storyline that he had been battling Hellgate. They introduced a couple issues back of this alternate version of Spider-Man and alternate Peter Parker. So some of those questions are answered. It's the main stories are fun and they're cool. The backup stories are okay. This panel thing by Lee Gatlin here and towards the back is kind of fun, very cartoony.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is fun.
I like that.
I mean, it's not bad. I think that the whole thing overall is actually pretty entertaining.
But $8 is crazy. Like, my
$8
books are,
it's $8. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just kind
the
of,
first Batman #1 in
It's 5.
8 years was
$5.
$5.
yeah.
$8
Did you get
is
any
those-
blind bags?
No, I just got the one in 25.
I got 2 blind
yeah.
bags. I haven't opened them yet. I think they're all foils.
They are all
They're all-
supposed
they're
to be
all- they're all
foils. Yeah,
foil
all the
covers.
blind bags.
I
are
haven't opened them
$8
yet.
is a little obnoxious.
So,
wouldn't you say?
in the coming
charge.
weeks, when we have the DCKO event, we'll bring in some blind bags because I pre-ordered like 4 or 5 blind bags.
I might grab one of those.
We'll open some blind bags on the show. You guys
Sure.
cool with that?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We'll open some of those
Okay,
DCKO
it'll be
blind bags. Shane, you all right with that? If we do that, will you allow it?
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
You got it, buddy.
when a
And I-
big
And I
No,
know
it'd be fine.
Cosmic does have some blind bags for sale as still in stock as well for the first Batman.
They're called the Blind as a Bat
Some
blind
people
bag special.
better not say it.
Pressed for time.
Oh man,
But sorry, Paul, what were you saying about the
throwing it back to 2021.
wanted to ask you. So I've read every single issue of all of the Absolute stuff. I've read probably about 4 issues of Black Panther. I don't know why that's the one I read, but it just happened to be. So I liked Black Panther. I thought it was about as good as Absolute Superman, which is good.
Mhm.
But have you found overall that Absolute is a higher run?
across the
Where are my words?
just as far as
What's better,
ov-
Absolute or
overall,
Ultimate, or the Ultimate Universe? What has been better more consistently?
I'd say consistently I've enjoyed more of the Absolute
Okay.
books than I have the Ultimate, but I've liked Ultimate Spider-Man more than any of the Absolute.
Really? More than
stuff.
Wonder Woman and Martian Manhunter?
Actually, that's kind of close.
Because both of those are incredible. Like, Batman
Absolute
is
Wonder
good,
Woman,
but
Absolute Wonder Woman is really great. Absolute
chain.
Martian Manhunter has turned into
It's like a philosophy book.
It's an
just like-
experience.
yeah, it's
But
just
they're seeing the colors and everything else
and
that
these
is coming
giant
out.
abstract versions of
It's
the
nuts,
white
dude.
Martian and the green Martian are
Yeah.
pulling like bombs out of people's thoughts, and then
they're taking a break with
It's-
Absolute
it's
Martian
incredible,
Manhunter.
yeah.
That when they come back, that he doesn't want to do it with anybody but Javier Castor, and I think that that's great that they're waiting
Mm-hmm.
for him so that they can go into it. And he says, "I have more story to tell." That they said, right away when they had the first issue. I think the first issue came out, and they
Dennis
said
Camp?
they said we're gonna go with 6 more. If you're, he goes, "Nope, I have another story." Well, we definitely can go into more
Yeah.
stuff.
it's
So-
it's incredible.
It is.
But so you've liked Absolute a little bit more, but you're even though you like Wonder Woman and Martian Manhunter, you're highest on which one was it again?
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. You're highest on Ultimate Spider-Man. You have an affinity for that character, so that makes sense.
Yeah, because I like that they finally got out of this like angsty teen struggling first or second year college student type of thing. They made Peter Parker established with a family, giving him his powers.
An adult.
Well, I think
They made him
like
an adult.
Yeah, that's nice to
I
hear.
wish-
Because
I wonder what that's like in the films.
Frank and I have like
And I really enjoyed that.
his abusive relationship with Spider-Man. Mine is Batman. We read them no matter what,
Pretty
whether
much,
they're terrible or
yeah.
not. And it's really nice that the new Batman #1 and Absolute Batman 11 was awesome. Bane does some of the craziest things I've ever seen happen to a main character in that comic. And Batman #1. So it's nice that the Ultimate Spider-Man gave Spider-Man fans something to actually enjoy,
Absolutely.
and not
No, it's
a bunch of
it's
slop.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
for sure.
It's sad
Bunch
that
of
it's
hooey.
ending, though. It's very sad.
Well,
but at the same time,
according to Brendan, Marvel super fan that he is,
Yeah.
he's saying that it's not necessarily ending. It will be ending with the creative team.
okay, so
Kind of
Hickman's
like
leaving.
Daniel Warren Johnson / Jorge Corona and Riley Rossmo leaving Transformers
Right.
after 24. There's going to be a new creative team. They're just going to, well, who is the creative team going to be with
Right.
Ultimate Spider-Man and what they're going to do? I'm not sure.
Right.
But I think that all of the stuff has been. I think all the stuff has been pretty consistent. I think that that I like the characters that they chose for both in the Ultimate case and for Absolute, and I like the fact that it's heading towards something. We're getting the Absolute Evil, I guess, is when they start to feature a lot of the villains. It's like an oversized one shot or something like that they're going to be doing. So I'm interested to see what they do with that.
They've been dropping pieces like in the newest Green Lantern, Hector Hammond says something about we need to keep this away from Ra's, which he's talking about Ra's al Ghul, who is the villain in the Superman comic, not in the Batman comic.
Right.
But it seems like Hector Hammond and Ra's al Ghul are going to be the powers that be in this universe, at least for now.
It'd be cool to see a lot of the villains going head to head, and that they start to knock each other out. And then
Well,
it's
a lot
not
of the
necessarily-
villains for Batman aren't villains at all or yet.
right?
They're his friends right now.
Dick Grayson's a paramedic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I know. It's just it throws your mental all the years of just Batman that is just like out the way.
It's been really
is-
solid. Have you
yeah.
read any of the Absolute stuff? We brought you some Absolute books.
When? When did
I
that
don't know.
happen?
Maybe you borrowed them.
No, I bought her. The last stuff I borrowed was
the-
Bitterroot,
And then Avengers.
This is why you can't
like
have
the
any of my
zombie
stuff.
Avengers. I still got, but anything other than that, no.
You sold it.
I
He sold it
I,
on
got,
eBay.
I made a pretty good penny off.
Anyway,
of that.
Shane, who wins Copper Drop? Who's brought the best book?
Everything Dead and Dying is pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
it is super
phenomenal.
dope.
I'm
looks
looking forward to
good.
reading it.
But
Yeah.
Marcus's affinity for his Once Upon a Time
Oh,
at the End of the World
He
is
lovered
pretty fun as well. So his explanation for loving that is pretty dope.
I mean, even on the cover, you can see the kids they're
Like,
kind of
it's
growing
fun.
up. You can see the two main ages that they progress, in the cover, like the kids.
oh boy,
they're
yeah,
getting
they're
all
young and then they get a
Mad
little bit older,
Max.
and then they're
and then they're
they
like,
get super Mad Max at the bottom.
Yeah.
Marcus wins.
But
I was going to let you borrow it, but never mind.
but not now. I was going to mention a couple things going on this weekend up there in Portland, Rose City
Portland.
Comic Con. Our friend
Land of
Stephen
Port.
Lolito
Steven.
is going to have his own booth up there. He's going to be peddling his wares. He'll be selling, Box Boy and Whiskers. It's like an exclusive set. If you saw his IG yesterday, he got a limited edition of every different issue of Box Boy and Whiskers. He's selling it in a normal priced collector's box.
nice.
Oh,
Like
you
with
serious?
all kinds of different special printings of the original Box Boy and Whiskers #1 all the way through issue 9. It's got a different version or special edition version of all those different covers.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Somebody's going
Yeah.
to score big up
Yeah,
there at
that
Rose
is
City
really
Comic Con.
He's a
Score big.
sweet, sweet man.
Also
Getting
over
it.
at the library, Sahara West Library, this Saturday,
Barney.
September 6th from 11:30 to 5. Gorilla Todd and Simpsons Comics are kind of co-sponsoring, I guess you'd say. The Old School Comic Con will be
The
going
Mega
on
Powers.
this Saturday at 11:30 to 5 at the Sahara West Library. And that's going to be going on this weekend. If you're in the area, you're going to get great deals on books.
Frank, it's like Macho Man
West
in
is
the
that
Hulkster.
direction.
West is that direction. You're right.
Oh, Macho
But,
Man and the Hulkster, the superpowers.
Our buddies Dusty
Well, the
Attic
Mega
Comics
Powers,
are going to be there.
Something like
I
that.
think Blackbird Comics are going to be over there. I'm pretty sure Alternate is going to be over there. There's going to be quite a few different vendors that going to be in
that?
attendance
Ralphie?
over there at the Sahara West
He not
Library. That's going to be taking place this weekend. So if you are in the Las Vegas area and you're looking to get a great deal on some books, there's going to be tons of stuff for you to get, graded books, raw books, all kinds of stuff going on this weekend over there at the Sahara West Library.
buy stuff there, too?
11:30 to 5. They may.
Okay.
That'd
Have
be
a
dope.
conversation to have with you.
Yeah.
Old school is all about comics, though.
Yeah,
Straight comics.
Paul.
Yeah, there's no cosplay, Shane.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can't show up dressed as.
Don't Paul me.
I want to dress up as a
I bring
wizard.
comic books every week.
That is true. But yeah, I thought you were talking about like something else, like cards.
No, comics.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you
Why are you
want.
trying to unload? You trying to unload everything you
I
got?
have a lot of crap. I didn't want to get into it on the show, but I have a lot of crap. I got to start getting rid of some of it.
Frank has had stuff to unload. He's had books to unload for I don't know how long. He just
Yeah.
refuses to do it.
I have,
hate to
like-
see his-
I have-
I'd hate to see his garage.
To just
right
quickly,
now.
I have like 10 short boxes right now, and about
Yeah.
half of them are what I've read and don't have any desire to keep. And there's like a small percentage that I haven't read and have no intention on reading.
I wish
So
I had 10.
I need to.
This is what I'm saying. You need to get to it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What's your?
I don't want to get into that.
Well, we'll talk about it.
I may have told somebody in the room
I
last
think we
night.
all
I
know.
don't want to. We're not going to bring that up as far as the total
It's going to be a whole
comic
thing.
count. It's quite a bit.
Oh,
Oh,
Quite a
boy.
bit. Bigger than a
That's
bread
not good.
box.
For somebody with like half the time, though,
Could
I got
you
like
imagine?
way too much.
yeah.
I don't even want to think about what he's got going on at his house.
No,
You don't-
I'm
you
struggling
don't.
with the crap I got. I don't want to know.
I got comics at my ex-wife's house.
Oh,
I got comics at mom's. I think my sister might have some comics.
You need to get rid of-
But I
She's
need
like, when are you gonna come? When are you coming over and
She'd
pick
probably
up
throw
this
them
crap?
away. Actually, she'd probably toss it. If I had the stuff over there, it's probably gone already.
You got to figure it out because that might be your retirement. You never
Maybe.
know. You never know.
But he's got to go through them. He ain't got no time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah,
Nobody got time for
That is
that.
hard. It's
I
hard to
got
even just do
bronchitis.
it while you're reading, just organizing them and putting them away.
That's the constant ongoing thing, week to week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's a grind, baby.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
why I can't, bro. I can't get more than one variant every once in a while. But I
Can't
would
do
be
it.
You just
like,
refuse to
I
do
can't.
it, huh?
I'd be drowning.
We got to do more giveaways on the shows.
Right? Yeah. Well, let's talk about that. I don't know if that's what I want to do.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Brandon, shout out Brandon, the guy who owns Maximum Northwest, the franchise, who shouted that book out to me. He told me he went to the game with his peeps and such and things, and he loved it, and he was super grateful for. I don't think he had seen me since he went. Just a good dude, and we'll get over there and do a show there sometime soon.
Nice,
Oh, yeah.
nice. Did he have a hot dog?
At the game, I didn't ask, but I would imagine. I thought you meant like at the store when he was telling me. No, he didn't. Have a hot
no.
dog.
Yeah, we got to figure that out if we're gonna go to the game in a couple of weeks because it's their last homestand.
Bang.
Oh.
Not next weekend. I think the following weekend is their
Bang
last
the
homestand.
homestand.
Want to go maybe Friday night or something if you guys want.
Well, like I said, when we went down there and did a show, we come for the baseball, but we stay for the buffet.
That's
Right,
true.
Marcus?
I don't know if we'd be up there this time.
Or
but
maybe the
I'm sure we
show.
could.
Or maybe doing the show.
Oh, yeah,
And then third, the show.
that
Actually,
too, that
third,
too.
the two makers and cokes that I told you not to drink before we started recording, and then fourth show doing the actual work up there. I said, "You guys drinking?" He goes, "I forgot."
I forgot that we weren't supposed to be drinking.
This time, you get another brisket burrito, maybe.
No, thank you.
I'm about to leave.
No.
I go to say bye, and Sonny's like, Paul, stop Shane, please. Cursing at the catcher.
I wanted us to win, okay?
Uh-huh.
We were
He was
down
getting-
14 to
he was-
3.
he
It's
was feeling it.
sports.
He was filling it. He was getting all in it.
We're down 14 to 3. I'm just
Yeah,
yelling
we were
at
in
their
crush.
yelling at their pitcher and he's screaming at him. There's like 15 people left in the ballpark.
It's not that big of a ballpark either, so like you definitely hear him.
It was
Oh,
fantastic.
Paul heard him outside the parking lot.
That was great. That was a great evening. It was.
Paul took off. I was like, "Please don't leave me."
Don't lie.
It's a great time.
That
Frankie was locked in.
We enjoyed ourselves.
Great
greatly.
time. Always a great time over there and hanging
Thank
out.
you,
hanging
Emily.
out with you guys.
If you
Yes,
ever
Emily.
watch this
I love you.
show.
Saw Emily today. That's why I'm bringing it up. Is that she asked? Was like, "Hey, when are you guys gonna come do the game? What's going on?" Shout out to Emily. Shout out to Las Vegas
I'm down.
Ballpark.
Whatever you guys decide to do.
So what
Okay.
one for Copper Drop again? This, right?
No. Well, if you let me borrow it, yes, Paul wins.
If you let me borrow it, it wins.
No.
And then dying wins, Paul. Okay, yay.
I was just trying to see if I could trick you into saying my turn.
Yes, you win.
Yes.
It was Marcus, but he's not gonna let me borrow that book. You will
gotta
let me
finish
borrow
reading it.
your book. I know he has to finish reading.
I gotta
his
finish
book.
reading. I just read the first arc.
Frank,
I
save
need
us.
to finish it.
Coming in a strong second is Marcus.
Nice.
Yes, I was going to mention those two things. Stephen Lito is going to be up there. The Litoverse, they're going to be up there in Portland at the Rose City Comic Con.
Love that, man.
It is a really fun convention if you guys ever make your way up there to Portland.
Oh,
One of these
mama.
days,
Portland's
we'll get
cool.
a group
That
of
man.
people up there and check it out. Matt Fraction is going to be there signing stuff. Brian Michael Bendis. All kinds of different creators
those are
are
two
going to be up
guys.
there.
Yeah,
So,
I think they live up there. I know Bendis lives up there in
yeah,
Portland.
they're in that,
Shout
they're
out
in that
Miles
area.
Morales.
But guys, wanted to
He
shout out
created
Sonny.
all
He's not here tonight. I
love you, Sonny.
Love you, Sonny.
Love you, Sonny.
And
Where did he go?
we are.
say.
I don't know. We are possibly, but most likely, going to have a
Possibly.
guest live in studio next week. Gabe Bustamantes from Ninja Comic is going to be Ninja
Is that the
Comic
guy I
Books.
met at the?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
He's going to be hanging out with us in studio. He has recently ventured into being a seller.
Nice.
Doing like whatnot and sales and all those
I have a
things.
story. So we were at I was at a used bookstore around the corner from my house, and I'm just looking at books, and somebody like taps me on the shoulder. He's like, "Hey, are you Paul?" And I was like, "Oh God, this is what fame is like."
Oh boy!
And he was like, "No, he said his name.
signed his shorts.
It was Gabe, and he did look kind of familiar. He said he knew you and everybody.
Which one of my fans is this?
But the
What's
funniest
his
part
name?
was
Scarf.
he was like, "Sorry, I'm gonna put you on blast."
The
mate.
lights.
I can't wait to have you on the show.
bright lights
But
of
he's over
fame.
there, like, in Gabe's defense, it wasn't very clear what was and wasn't on sale at this used bookstore. But there's this big pile of like long box of like comic books over by the desk, but not behind the desk. And there's other books that were like cool to grab. So he's like flipping through it, and this older gentleman comes around the thing, and he's like, "Those books aren't for sale yet. They haven't been gone through." And Gabe was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And I'm standing there like, I was going through
Okay.
them before you were over here, so
Yeah.
my bad. But no, it was cool to meet him, and cool that he's going to be on the show. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
What's the word? Serendipity? I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
It was serendipitous.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
You big
Whoa,
dip.
that was cool.
Yeah, but we're gonna have him on the show
Mr.
next
Bagnoli
week.
over
We
there.
were talking about comics. He's a big '90s comics fan, so
Nice.
we're
Oh
gonna get
wow!
into that
That's
stuff.
gonna be
So he
interesting.
loves
And,
J. Scott Campbell, does he?
Oh boy,
Which
who
he should.
doesn't?
That should be interesting.
Very.
Um,
very.
Marcus, what do you got for people?
Okay.
Hey, just have a great week.
Hey.
Yeah, it's
I'm glad you got the. I'm glad you picked up that hardcover. That's pretty cool.
this was very cool. That I just
Uh-oh.
happened to see it.
You got him
and-
rolling again.
and it was good. It brought back a lot of good memories of
Nice.
when I was.
You have enough. Put it down.
I'm just saying that's what Marcus finished up. I just go ahead, Marcus. I'm just saying he's a little
Taking
he's a
inventory.
little slow on the.
But,
Go ahead.
He's
Yeah.
feeling good.
But anyway, yeah, feeling great,
He's feeling-
guys. So yes, check out your local comic book shop. Go buy some comics. Escape from reality for a little bit. It does the
Please.
heart and mind some good. Support your local businesses as well. Brandon, guys at Alternate Reality, Cosmic
Yep.
Comics, all those guys.
Simpsons.
Also shout out to The War, which is a Boom Studios comic by Garth Ennis. I didn't bring it today because I figured it'd be too much, but that is on its second issue as well. That looks very compelling and awesome as well. So check that out.
Is it
Man.
called Shout Out to the War, or are you shouting out
I'm shouting out.
the book called
the War.
It's called The War. Yeah.
Oh,
The
okay.
War, yeah. Boom Studios.
I thought
yeah.
you were just shouting out like a war. I was
So
like,
he's mostly
Oh yeah! Shout out to
He's-
War, Blood, and Violence.
he's mostly shouting out Garth Ennis. His
Yeah, pretty
favorite
much.
writer.
Yeah.
of all time.
What's your name? Shane. What are you shouting at?
Listen, two
The hives.
things. To Carol, I'm sorry to hear about your puppy passing. It's the
Oh,
saddest
yeah,
thing in
yeah,
history
yes.
of the
Love you,
world.
Carol.
I
Yeah.
texted
Love
you
you, Carol.
earlier in the week, and I
Shout out,
love
Mom.
you. I've been through the same thing. I know exactly what you're going through, and I'm so sorry for that happening. On a
Yes.
lighter note, Swedish rock band The Hives have a new
Here we
record.
go. You got the shirt on.
New record out called The Hives Forever, Forever the Hives. Check it out. The singles are Enough is Enough and Paint a Picture. Those are the two songs you need to listen to immediately. The Hives are back once again. I'm going to see them September 22nd in California. You should do the same. Rock!
All right.
Hives Forever. That sounds like it's the greatest hits.
The Hives Forever, Forever the Hives.
But it's new material.
Brand new material.
Okay, good. And then you can
Check out Paint a Picture. That's a song. Paint a Picture is a song you need to listen to right now. Rock!
you should go see Howard Jones.
Rock!
What is love?
I thought he was going to do it
Yeah,
again.
you should do that. House of Blues.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Love Howard Jones.
Yeah, he's going to be
He's
at the
dope.
House of Blues. Yeah.
Paul,
30th
Yeah.
anniversary, I think.
you're wearing a very
I might.
interesting shirt.
I am wearing a very interesting shirt, aren't I?
Shall
I
what
stand
does
up?
it say?
What
What do you
So
got
I'm
there?
gonna stand up here. So.
Yeah, please stand up. Let me see all of you.
Dude, did you spill toothpaste on the
Leave
front?
me alone. Yes.
At least we know you brush your teeth.
Hey,
That's a brand new shirt.
A little bit. Yeah. Please.
what
That's
what you're
dope.
seeing there is
Oh,
it's the new logo
Yes.
design that we're going to be having on our shirt shortly. This is the new shirt. Toothpaste stain included
yeah,
if you'd like.
included, yeah.
We'll, we'll customize it for
Look
you.
at this. It better be
We're just going to go with toothpaste.
nasty
And
jerk.
Wow.
all I could say is merch coming soon.
Yeah, baby.
And
Yep.
shirt looks great, man.
Finally.
Looks fantastic.
Shout out Fredo is his name. Got this done. We were doing it with some other people who are also great
You
people.
broke
but,
my heart, Fredo.
Yeah. No.
No, it came out real nice.
Yeah.
It did.
Perfect.
It's gorgeous.
And,
Real nice.
shirts are real nice. It's actually the
That
one we're
shirt's
going to do it
real
in is
nice.
a.
Yeah,
this is
real
Gildan.
nice
We're going to
shirt.
do it in this. I can't remember the name. A different
Gildan's
shirt
good.
brand that's a little bit like more breathable.
Puppy fur.
I have a version of that. Too.
Is it
Yeah,
cotton?
puppy fur. But just super dope.
What material is
Design from
What's that?
Chump Magic.
Is that rayon?
Yeah.
Chump Magic made
Yeah,
the
Cole,
design.
babe.
That logo. Shout out to Cole.
Yeah, Cole, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Joel,
Is
Fredo.
it
Together?
is it cotton? What is it? 100%. Yeah.
It's your mom.
Like rub the
Yeah,
fabric
soft
between
like
your
my
forefinger
mom.
and thumb. Marcus. Rub the
Um,
fabric between your
right.
fourth
Oh,
thumb.
my
Just
word.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this?
Paul, how
Is
can
that
they?
rayon? Is that silk?
Feels like a blend.
Is that velvet?
like a,
How can they find us
cotton
between the
polyester
forefinger and thumb when we're?
Get your hands off me.
How could they find us
your hands
between the forefinger and thumb when we're trying to get a toothpaste stain out of our shirt?
He's gotta
You
do the
can find us
He's got to do the Denzel Washington
Between the
lip.
fourth finger and the thumb when you're
hands
trying to
off
get a
this.
toothpaste stain out of your t-shirt.
It's not really
at
toothpaste.
Into the West Comics on TikTok, YouTube,
Something a little more
Instagram,
natural. We know.
all the audio places you can go. We got a bunch of
man-made.
episodes up there, and also at @into_comics on Twitter, where we post some of our videos and other things, stuff going up on TikTok. We have a highlight video. Shout out Bobby who put that together.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, cool. Shout out Philip Kennedy Johnson. Shout out Gabe coming on possibly next week. Barney. All the people. Shout out all the people that you could possibly shout out. If you haven't liked, comment, or subscribed already, do it because do it.
Do it, baby.
Yeah.
I want to mention again, Old School Comic Con taking this place at the Harris Library, 11:30 to 5 this Saturday, Marcus. Also, our buddy Stephen Lolito is up there at Rose City Comic Con in Portland. So if you're in the Portland area, make sure you make your way over there to see him. We're going to go put Shane to bed. And I hope
Quan
you guys
muted,
have a great night,
You
everybody.
muted me.
Good night.
Thanks
Thank
a
you,
lot,
Frank,
Quan.
for dealing with us upon your return.
supposed to be my
I love
friend.
you.
It's all good.
Quan muted us.
That's great.
I agree.
Guys, have a great night. We love you. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We
Carolyn,
really
Yeah, for real,
appreciate it.
please. On a road to 1,000 subscribers.
On a road to
Please,
1,000.
At
so,
8:13, get us there. Do it. Make it happen.
let's go, baby.
This has got to
Please.
work for me. This is my last hope.
Good night, everyone. Have a great
Love you, Eva.
Help me, Internet. You're my only hope.
You're my only friend.
Have a good
I'll
night.
be my only hope.